helping our veterans. During this campaign, I have had the opportunity to visit with many people, and in doing so, I realized the need to help our veterans. One way I would like to help is to provide transportation to their appointments. Other parishes such as Franklin and Richland already provide this service to our veterans. Our veterans need to be taken care of. Just like police officers, veterans have put their lives on the line to protect our country. I believe we should give back to them. At this point, I don't know what kind of budget the sheriff office has, but if at all possible and the budget allows, I want to implement this program. Elect Clay Bennett, number 65. Paid for by Clay Bennett. This is political advertisement paid for by Clay Bennett for sheriff.
I feel that leadership in anything is the key to success. I have consistently shown this leadership ability throughout my entire career as a U.S. Marine, owner-operator of Riverton Timber Incorporated, District 1 school board member, and consulting forester. These positions often require problem-solving and sometimes tough decision-making, in which I have always used a common-sense approach. Currently, I work for a firm that manages thousands of acres of timberland across northeast Louisiana. We have the trust of our clients to manage their investments that is worth millions of dollars. My strong foundation for good leadership gives me the necessary insight to move the clerk's office in a new direction, including the use of new technologies that are currently being used in other clerk's offices across the state. Employing these technologies will add efficiency to the office and speed up the filing process. God has led me down many different paths that have given me the opportunity to learn the skills needed for the clerk of court position. For strong and competent leadership in our parish, vote David May, number 73, in the upcoming and final election for the clerk of court. Elect a proactive clerk of court. Vote number 73, David May. This is paid political advertising by the campaign to elect David May, Clerk of Court of Caldwell Parish.
Hello, my name is Baron Glass, host of the Smoking Glass Hour with Baron Glass. If your community is turning out well below other neighborhoods, elected officials will pay less attention to you, make fewer appearances, and fewer appeals to your neighborhood. Who votes has a powerful impact on public policy and local government. Voting is the cornerstone of American democracy, but sadly, far too few people vote. On November the 21st, make a difference. Go out and cast your vote for the candidate of your choice. Paid for by the Smoking Glass Hour with Baron Glass. Good afternoon. Welcome to the Smoking Glass Hour with Baron Glass on this special edition of November the 7th, 2015 at 3:03 p.m. Central Standard Time. We know that today is a very, very, very rainy day. Kind of reminds us like it's been a rainy night in Georgia. We know that struggles have existed for many, many, many years. We know that voting is very much important. But we find that some who are out there walking around feel as though voting is not important, which makes us feel not like the goals have been achieved in a certain aspect. When we look at history from a historical standpoint, we find that this country, in some aspects, has not always been kind to African Americans, Indians, women, and other entities that exist. We find that the Voting Rights Act of 1965, prior to Martin King and all of those out there walking and paving the ground, trying to make sure that all men were created equal and had the right to go out and vote. You see, voting is important to me. It is important to me because it was taught to me through my mother. It was taught to me that voting was one of the most important things that a person could actually do. You see, running never solves a problem. And as a result of that, which is why we chose the topic today, don't let the rain stop you from voting. And at some point, we're going to try to reward you with some a touch of some relaxing music that can hopefully get you to meditating and thinking about the message that we're bringing to you today. You see, once again, what I'm doing is absolutely a hobby. What I'm doing has no bearing on a dime that goes in my pocket. What I am doing is something that I choose to do just to try to make a difference while I walk on this place we call Earth. Now, once again, we know that people are out there getting prepared and ready for the LSU Alabama game, and that's fine. But as you sit and you get ready, ask yourself, regardless as to whoever win the game, what impact will it have on you, negative or positive? Then when you flip over, I'm going to ask you to do this. Ask yourself, if I do not go out and exercise my right to vote, what effect will that have on me, the people who actually end up winning, whether it's negative or positive? What effect will that have on me? It is an unfortunate truth, okay, that politicians will sometimes look at the voter turnout in each individual geographical area before making key policy decisions. If a certain demographic turnout is high or low, then the person who becomes elected may be more or less likely to make policies that benefit the demographic in order to please the people from that area and subsequently win their votes from other individual entities and retain their support for the next 4 years and the remaining point in time. You see, when I specifically talk about a certain demographic, we know that traditionally voter turnout is low. But when we look at a certain demographic regarding the African American, black, or whatever you choose to be called, we know that that voter turnout, that demographic is unparalleled, without question, the lowest of all that's out there. So when you look at people who are complaining, when you look at people who are doing this, that, thus, and so, the question is, when is the last time you've gone out to vote? And of course today, November the 7th, 2015, early voting starts. There's no early voting tomorrow. It goes Monday and Tuesday. They don't have any voting on Wednesday because of Veterans Day. And then it concludes on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So the question is, what excuse do I have for not voting? Well, once again, don't let the rain stop you from voting. Voting gives you the power to decide, okay? If you have a complaint about the way this country is being run, if you have a complaint about the way the state is being run, if you have a complaint about the way the local community is being run, then voting is a way that you can make a change. You can choose a candidate to suit your own personal views, your own personal philosophy. It's not the only way to participate, but we know it's the quickest and the easiest way. Voting, we know, somehow enables people to help decide who represents the local area. It's their job to raise local issues and support them as much as possible. You can go to those in the local community who are elected. You can ask them for advice on certain issues, okay? You can ask them to promote a certain agenda that you have. You can ask them to support a particular program that you have. By voting, you see, you can select the person you want to represent you and help you while they are elected. And you can help them do their job. voting for other candidates can help remove an incumbent that you like or dislike. Now, when we look at why we chose Don't Let the Rain Stop You from Voting, if you go back and look, during the civil rights era, during the Jim Crow era, you will find that people didn't have the luxury as we have today to go out and drive a nice luxury vehicle from a garage door, garage compartment, where they don't get wet. They leave that particular place. They drive directly to the voting precinct or the voting area. They get out of the vehicle with an umbrella. They walk in and cast their vote. They come back out, get in the vehicle, and go back home, let the garage door down, almost without even getting wet. But when we look back in the 60s, those people didn't have that luxury. They had to walk for miles and miles and miles, 8, 10, 12, maybe even more than that, just to cast a vote. And in some cases, when they got from point A to point B, and they were met with restraints and restrictions, some of them were turned around and denied that right to vote. So the parallel that I'm trying to draw now is this, is that you can continue to be lazy as you are called, or you can get up and get out and you can go vote. We know that the earlier generations, they fought and died for this right that we're talking about today, that you have the right to go and vote. When we look at the specific information, we know that it took the eventual passage of not one, not two, but 3 constitutional amendments, the 14th, the 15th, and the 24th Amendment, before all black Americans could freely vote in this place we call the United States of America. Once again, it took the eventual passage of 3 constitutional amendments, the 14th, the 15th, and the 24th, before all black Americans could freely vote in the United States. So go and check, go and talk to Mr. Google and pull up the 14th, the 15th, and the 24th Amendment and find out when were these laws and amendments passed, and then calculate the time from then until now and see how long ago it was before and how long it since it has been. My point is this: it hadn't been that long before we've had the right to vote. Black people, okay, historically in this country were not allowed to vote for a very long time. Women in this country were not allowed to vote for a very long time. You see, when we deal with specifics, when we deal with the evil past of this country, African Americans weren't given the right to vote in the United States until when? 1869. But to this day, black voters still fight against discriminatory practices that hinder their civic and civil rights. In 2011, a record number of voting restrictions that disproportionately affected African Americans were introduced in state legislatures nationwide, including photo ID, cuts to early voting, and restrictions to voter registration. So if you were against poll tax back in the day, if you were against all of those restrictions that were back in the day, and you say that you are fair and you want the process to be open, honest, and fair, then the only difference you see now between the voter ID requirements, cuts to early voting, and restriction to voter registration is that it comes in a different fashion. It comes in a different image. It exists, but you look at it differently. Same evil effect. Same goal, which is to disenfranchise those with the right to vote. So the question is asked, if the voter turnout is low in the African American area and it's disproportionate, then why is holding up or upholding all of these laws really important? Excellent question. People fought for a long time. And we know that people fought a long time ago for that right to vote. So if you ask me, which you haven't, but if you were, if nothing else, you should exercise your right to vote every opportunity you have. You see, because blacks are important when they vote. After tracking voting patterns in several presidential elections from 1936 to 1960, a very reputed organization, which is called the Joint Center for Political and Economic Studies, guess what? They found that blacks voted Democrat between 60 to 80%. 60 to 80%. But since 1964, when Lyndon Baines Johnson, he got 94% of the black vote, the Democratic Party has received no less than 82% of the black vote. So, what does this really mean? What does this really mean? Does it mean that the Democratic Party has a monopoly on the black vote? Does it mean that they can tell them anything and keep them hoodwinked and bamboozled? In 2012, 76% of blacks called themselves Democrats. 16% called themselves Republican. And 8% called themselves other or independent. Now, we know that the current president, when he ran for office and for his re-election bid, we know that he received a large amount of the votes, somewhere up into 90%, which is where we look at the issues. As a result, okay, let's look at this result. Let's try to define the cause and effect. Because we see most of the time people only know what the effect is, or they only choose to deal with the effect, but they ignore the cause. As a result, we know that one political party, which is the Democratic Party, now check this out, almost expects blacks automatically to vote for them. Now, automatically expects you to vote for them. Automatically expect you to vote for them. So what does that mean? We talked about earlier that it is unfortunate and an unfortunate truth that politicians will sometimes look at voter turnout before making key policy decisions. Okay, if a certain demographic turnout, and we go back to what I just said, which they expect you to automatically vote for them. If a certain demographic turnout is high, then politicians may be more likely to make policies that benefit you. On the flip side of that, if a certain demographic turnout is low, then politicians may be more likely to make policies that do not benefit you at all. So I think that I have tried to make the case. And I think thus far I have made the case as to why you should not let the rain stop you from voting. Because we know that a certain aspect of the parties out there, it is expected. It is expected that you automatically vote for them. The Democrats automatically expect you to vote for them. Well, does that appear to be taken for granted? I'll let you answer the question. Does that appear that the Democratic Party has taken your vote for granted by assuming and expecting? Now, if you're having a little trouble with it, all you have to do is go to Merriam-Webster, go to Google and type it in. What is the definition of expecting? You see, some people, because they are rich, some people because of who their last name is, they have the same stinking thinking mentality that they expect you to vote for them because they feel entitled that you owe them something that they have not earned. Now, when we look across the aisle, since we talked to Dr. Shockley on Monday night, it was agreed that the two-party system probably would be as is, the two-party system. It's going to be almost impossible to incorporate a strong third-party faction. So we look at Democrat and Republican. Let's look at the Republican side of this thing. We know that the Democrats have this high assumption, okay? A very high assumption and expectation. Now, it is believed by many, myself included, the other party, which is the Republican Party, the other party virtually has given up seeking black votes, have given up seeking your vote. So since they have given up seeking your vote, once again, it is unfortunate that politicians sometimes look at voter turnout before making the decision. If a certain demographic, once again, if the turnout is high, then they're going to do something. If the turnout is low, then they're going to be less likely to do something. And if there's no turnout, then guess what? Now you can understand and see why you have no Republican policies that benefits you in your community. Now, let's be fair about this assessment that has been made. Some people believe, and I am one, that both parties need to do more to earn the vote, not just the black vote, but the vote of all races that are out there. I know that a lot of our people, black, are discontent with the Republicans and the Democrats, and not just blacks. Whites are discouraged, discontent as well. But I think one of the things that we've done wrong is that we have blindly given our votes to folk and to people who do not respect us, who do not love us, and who do not care for us. And we must make either one of these parties earn our vote. Some people believe that it's important for black voters to keep Republicans out of office. Well, I'm not sure that is the case, because I think it is important that we keep the wrong people out of office. And as we know, the wrong person can be rich, poor, well off, no money, can be red, purple, green, orange, whatever color. They can do wrong because it's the heart of the person, not the party. So when you evaluate certain things, either way, the black voting bloc holds a lot of power, but only if black voters show up to the polls. So the question, once again, is this. And the statement that we're trying to hone in on tonight is, why would you not vote? And don't let the rain stop you from voting. Because we know that everything is centered around who get out and who go to vote. We're going to pause right now and take a brief commercial break, and we'll be right back. Our ministry at the Smoking Glass Hour with Baron Glass is not counting people in the pews or dollars in the plate. It's helping to make a difference, one person at a time. Join us on Spreaker.com or thesmokingglasshour.com. We are on the move in 2015. And by the way, don't forget to follow and like us on Spreaker.com.
I feel that leadership in anything is the key to success. I have consistently shown this leadership ability throughout my entire career as a U.S. Marine, owner-operator of Riverton Timber Incorporated, District 1 school board member, and consulting forester. These positions often require problem-solving and sometimes tough decision-making, in which I have always used a common-sense approach. Currently, I work for a firm that manages thousands of acres of timberland across northeast Louisiana. We have the trust of our clients to manage their investments that is worth millions of dollars. My strong foundation for good leadership gives me the necessary insight to move the clerk's office in a new direction, including the use of new technologies that are currently being used in other clerk's offices across the state. Employing these technologies will add efficiency to the office and speed up the filing process. God has led me down many different paths that have given me the opportunity to learn the skills needed for the clerk of court position. For strong and competent leadership in our parish, vote David May, number 73, in the upcoming and final election for the clerk of court. Elect a proactive clerk of court. Vote number 73, David May. This is paid political advertising by the campaign to elect David May, Clerk of Court of Caldwell Parish.
Helping our veterans. During this campaign, I have had the opportunity to visit with many people, and in doing so, I realized the need to help our veterans. One way I would like to help is to provide transportation to their appointments. Other parishes such as Franklin and Richland already provide this service to our veterans. Our veterans need to be taken care of. Just like police officers, veterans have put their lives on the line to protect our country. I believe we should give back to them. At this point, I don't know what kind of budget the sheriff office has, but if at all possible and the budget allows, I want to implement this program. Elect Clay Bennett, number 65. Paid for by Clay Bennett. This is political advertisement paid for by Clay Bennett for sheriff. We are back broadcasting live with the Smoking Glass Hour with Baron Glass. Today we're talking about don't let the rain stop you from voting. We need to ask, why? We also need to start asking some of these candidates, if not all, key questions about issues that impact our community. What are they doing to address issues of concerns in your community? These are the type questions that I feel we need to be asking candidates instead of just offering our vote without demanding anything in return. Because, see, everything to gain and much to lose when you choose not to go out and vote. Now, some fear that depending on elections, disparities in the communities, such as unemployment, education, healthcare concerns, and all of those other things could worsen. Specifically when we look at the presidential race, and we look at the state races. When we come local, we look at drugs. We look at crime. We look at potholes. We look at the educational aspect. We look at the relationship. We look at business industry. We look at lack of jobs. We look at all sorts of things. So you have to weigh those options and determine who would best benefit you as a voice speaking up on behalf of those issues and concerns that you have. But African Americans, they should vote, because when the smoke clears and the dust settles, we are the ones that are at the bottom of the pole economically and at every level you can basically think of. When we look back in 2011, I believe the Economic Policy Institute, they did a study, and they said that blacks had the highest unemployment rate. When we look from a healthcare standpoint, African Americans are more likely to die from prostate cancer and breast cancer than any of their counterparts. When we look back at 2010, the Minnesota Department of Health did a report and said that African American youth have the highest rates of obesity. If black voters and all voters don't express their needs to those running for office, their needs most likely won't be addressed. I think, personally, our vote is important because it will determine a lot of issues that affect African Americans, white America, and all these other individuals out here called Americans based and housed in the United States of America. Fighting against embedded apathy seems to be a major problem. A major problem that goes on even in 2015. A major problem that some choose not to address. A major problem that we see going on and on and on. If you look at Willie Lynch's speech on the banks of the James River, you look at what he said in his implementation process of pitching the young against the old, the male against the female, the light skin against the dark skin, all of those types of things. And the clear goal is to teach fear, trust, and envy. And he also says at the beginning, if you implement these things for hundreds of years, maybe even 1,000, these, my friends, these are the keys to control. So when we look at racism, racism is specifically that. It is control and oppression. It is control and oppression. It's about power. So when you don't vote, you lose the power that you have. When you vote, you gain power, you gain strength. Because the more people vote, the more you have a chance of electing a person that basically identifies and can facilitate the philosophy that you have in hopes of bringing things better and better and better. Now, when we look at the still same old stinking thinking of those out there in this place we call America, land of the free, home of the brave, where equality and justice is supposed to be afforded to all. When we look at a constitution that basically granted black Americans, male, as 3/5. So when we look at all of these things, all of these Jim Crow attributes, all of these negative additives that creates division rather than diversity. Now, there are blacks. There are black people who subscribe to this old concept that they don't feel like their vote counts. That's a theory. They don't, their vote count theory is what it's called. their vote counts theory and won't vote in any election. Some people we know can be saved and some can't. But for those who can be saved, we are stressing, don't let the rain stop you from voting. Don't let anything stop you from voting. Even if it's two candidates that you don't like, there's got to be one that identifies. Now, some have proposed, I think it was L.D. Knox out of Winsboro, Louisiana, proposed years ago that we put on the ballot. None of the above. Which means that the American people, the local people, the state people are not satisfied with either candidate. So how it works is this. You have candidates that's there. You have none of the above on there. So if none of the above gets the majority of the votes, then you open that thing back up for an election to select other candidates or better candidate that might fit your description. I personally feel I personally feel that there is a lot of importance to voting. But you got to realize when we come from one of these causes, which is slavery, when we come from the mentality of slavery, banks of the James River, Willie Lynch, some people wasn't raised to think that voting was important, that voting is important, and that voting will be important. As those same people got older, they were still told it wasn't important. It wasn't important to vote. So when that particular person or those particular people have kids and grandkids, until the cycle is broken, until the stinking thinking is broken, they will always feel and believe that voting is not important. So what you have to do, you who feel that voting is important, you have to make your case. You have to make a case as to why voting is important. When you look around, you will see that there are many different ways as to why a person should go and vote. Now, we know that they go on about their lives and they never think about voting. It is very, very hurting to see someone in their 20s, someone in their 30s, someone in their 40s to refuse to go and vote. To refuse to go and vote. Who will not even listen to you as to why you should go vote. See, people are being distracted. People are being told anything. People are they should not go and vote. Your job is to make sure. That they go and vote. But see, when you go with this narrative that black votes don't matter, you only perpetuate the issue. And some black votes, they note, some black voters, they note, okay, that in order to change this particular thought process, this particular stinking thinking process, that African Americans and those who are poor, you simply have to do this. You have to go and vote. You have to go and vote when it's raining, when it's snowing, when it's sleeting, when the sun is shining, because all days are not promised to be bright. So at the end of the day, when the smoke clears and the dust settles, you have to go and vote. The only way you can show your power, the only way you can show your might, the only way you can legitimately flex your muscle is to go out and exercise your power and your right to vote. We, my friend, We, my friends, we as African Americans need to vote. We need to show that our vote is just as important as a football game. Our vote is just as important as going to the club. Our vote is as important as leaving the mom to babysit the child. Our jobs are important. It is imperative. It is important. It is necessary that African Americans vote not only today, November the 7th, November of 2016, and henceforth and forevermore. You need to get out there and vote, because the election cycle changes. And in order to challenge long-time incumbents, or long-time individuals who have done nothing for your community, you have to go out and vote. You have to remove people from office. You have to put the right people, the right person in office. Some people are tired. I being one of them. I am tired of seeing commercial after commercial. I am tired of shaking hand after hand. I am tired of people coming and knocking on doors and handing out campaign literature that benefits zero African Americans in their communities, that benefits zero people who are progressive and trying to move forward regardless as to what race they are, because they only want to get in office and protect themselves and the powers that be. We need to show up at the polls and show them that we take our votes extremely serious by showing up and to vote. We need to hold all elected officials, each and every one, accountable for their actions. Let me close by saying this. Your vote is your voice. Your vote is your voice as an American citizen. It is at that point in time, it is your opportunity to be heard loud and clear. It is your opportunity to hold elected officials accountable for their actions, and to have a say-so in important issues that affect you, that affect your family, that affect your state, that affect this country, and that affect immediately and directly your community. On election day of November 21st of 2015, remember this: every vote matters. Don't let the rain stop you from voting. What we're going to do right now, we're going to pause and offer a reward. We're going to play you some relaxing sounds for the next, I don't know how long we're going to do it, but we're going to make sure that you guys get relaxed and unwind, and let the message of don't let the rain stop you from voting sink in. Stay tuned and listen to the Smoking Glass Hour with Baron Glass. Helping our veterans. During this campaign, I have had the opportunity to visit with many people, and in doing so, I realized the need to help our veterans. One way I would like to help is to provide transportation to their appointments. Other parishes such as Franklin and Richland already provide this service to our veterans. Our veterans need to be taken care of. Just like police officers, veterans have put their lives on the line to protect our country. I believe we should give back to them. At this point, I don't know what kind of budget the sheriff office has, but if at all possible and the budget allows, I want to implement this program. Elect Clay Bennett, number 65. Paid for by Clay Bennett. This is political advertisement paid for by Clay Bennett for sheriff. Hello, my name is Baron Glass, host of the Smoking Glass Hour with Baron Glass. If your community is turning out well below other neighborhoods, elected officials will pay less attention to you, make fewer appearances, and fewer appeals to your neighborhood. Who votes has a powerful impact on public policy and local government. Voting is the cornerstone of American democracy, but sadly, far too few people vote. On November the 21st, make a difference. Go out and cast your vote for the candidate of your choice. Paid for by the Smoking Glass Hour with Baron Glass.
I feel that leadership in anything is the key to success. I have consistently shown this leadership ability throughout my entire career as a U.S. Marine, owner-operator of Riverton Timber Incorporated, District 1 school board member, and consulting forester. These positions often require problem-solving and sometimes tough decision-making, in which I have always used a common-sense approach. Currently, I work for a firm that manages thousands of acres of timberland across northeast Louisiana. We have the trust of our clients to manage their investments that is worth millions of dollars. My strong foundation for good leadership gives me the necessary insight to move the clerk's office in a new direction, including the use of new technologies that are currently being used in other clerk's offices across the state. Employing these technologies will add efficiency to the office and speed up the filing process. God has led me down many different paths that have given me the opportunity to learn the skills needed for the clerk of court position. For strong and competent leadership in our parish, vote David May, number 73, in the upcoming and final election for the clerk of court. Elect a proactive clerk of court. Vote number 73, David May. This is paid political advertising by the campaign to elect David May, Clerk of Court of Caldwell Parish.
Was rolling in my car when I pulled up at the mall. Couldn't find a place to park. Threw my keys to the valet. Handle it for me. I was only there to hang, wasn't looking for a thing. I was just about to bounce, and then I saw Miss Lady. Then I said to myself, destiny only is one for me. There go my baby. Look at her. Oh, she gon' be the one. We gon' fall in love. We gon' have some babies. Listen, she was coming at the shoe store, pretty little thing. A couple of bags in her hand, right in front of Macy's. That's where the pretty girls hang. Then I saw her at the food court, sipping lemonade, conversating on her cell phone, looking so amazing. And I said to myself, there she goes, there she goes, there she goes, yeah. Oh, well. Destiny only is one for me. There go my baby, there go my lady. Oh, she gon' be the one. We gon' fall in love. We're gonna have some babies, baby. She gon' wear my ring. She gon' take my name. Take her to the cookout. Give me a hug on hand. Take her to my mama house. Be pokey in there. If she need a hair done, see my cousin Ken. I'll treat her like a queen. Give her everything. She will be my girl till we old and gray. And I knew it from the moment that I saw her lovely. That's what you want of me. My destiny, yeah.
I can't buy you fancy rings or all the expensive things you used to, baby. No trips around the world, no diamonds or pearls to give to you, baby. But what I've got to give is more precious than you'll ever know. My deepest inner feelings, my heart and soul. 'Cause all that I am is a man in love with you. Yeah. 'Cause all that I am is a man whose heart is true. Man in love with you. Oh, baby. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Girl, I know you're not blind. 'Cause when I look into your eyes, you meet me halfway. Yes, you do. Just accept me as I am. Try to understand that I want you always. Just give me the chance and I'll show you the world, my love. Yeah, yeah. My deepest inner feelings, my heart and soul. 'Cause all that I am is a man in love with you. Yeah. 'Cause all that I am is a man whose heart is true. A man in love with you. Yeah. Deny it all you want. I know you have your doubts about me. Just put them all aside and follow where your heart leads. 'Cause all that I am is a man who loves you. All that I am is a man whose heart is true, baby. Yeah. 'Cause all that I am is a man who loves you, oh, baby. Man in love with you. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Man in love with you.
Somebody said every day was gonna be sunny skies. Only Marvin Gaye and lingerie. I guess somebody lied. Started discussing it to fighting, then don't touch me, please. Then is let's stop the madness, just come late with me. And truth be told, I'm waving my flag. Only goes bad, yeah. 'Cause we made
I feel that leadership in anything is the key to success. I have consistently shown this leadership ability throughout my entire career as a U.S. Marine, owner-operator of Riverton Timber Incorporated, District 1 school board member, and consulting forester. These positions often require problem-solving and sometimes tough decision-making, in which I have always used a common-sense approach. Currently, I work for a firm that manages thousands of acres of timberland across northeast Louisiana. We have the trust of our clients to manage their investments that is worth millions of dollars. My strong foundation for good leadership gives me the necessary insight to move the clerk's office in a new direction, including the use of new technologies that are currently being used in other clerk's offices across the state. Employing these technologies will add efficiency to the office and speed up the filing process. God has led me down many different paths that have given me the opportunity to learn the skills needed for the clerk of court position. For strong and competent leadership in our parish, vote David May, number 73, in the upcoming and final election for the clerk of court. Elect a proactive clerk of court. Vote number 73, David May. This is paid political advertising by the campaign to elect David May, Clerk of Court of Caldwell Parish.
Helping our veterans. During this campaign, I have had the opportunity to visit with many people, and in doing so, I realized the need to help our veterans. One way I would like to help is to provide transportation to their appointments. Other parishes such as Franklin and Richland already provide this service to our veterans. Our veterans need to be taken care of. Just like police officers, veterans have put their lives on the line to protect our country. I believe we should give back to them. At this point, I don't know what kind of budget the sheriff's office has, but if at all possible and the budget allows, I want to implement this program. Elect Clay Bennett, number 65. Paid for by Clay Bennett. This is political advertisement paid for by Clay Bennett for sheriff. You're listening to the Smoking Glass Hour with Baron Glass. Today we talked about don't let the rain stop you from voting with a touch of some relaxing music. And that's what we're doing, letting you listen to some relaxing music with as less interruptions as possible. But we also must make sure we get the message out. You need to go out there and vote. Don't let the rain stop. I'm going to drop you some sounds, one of my favorite songs that's ever been written by the man himself, Prince Rogers Nessel, The Beautiful Ones.
Bring to life a vision in one's mind.
Whisper to me softly, breathe words upon my skin. No one's near and listening, so please don't say goodbye. Just hold me close and love me. Press your lips tonight. Feels so right. Feels so right. Lying here beside you, I hear the echoes of your sighs. Promise me you'll stay with me and keep me warm tonight. So hold me close and love me. Give my heart a smile. is high. You're loving me so easy. Your wish is my command. Just hold me close and love me. Tell me it won't end. Feels so right. Feels so right. Feels so feels so right, baby.
If my heart is broken, baby, oh, then I'd give you my soul. If heaven lets me have you forever, oh, I hope we never grow old, yeah. There's a star with your name on it, yeah. And I'm reaching for it, babe. And when I get there, I'm not looking back, no, no. Nothing can shake me, nothing can break me from you. I'm gonna hold on, oh, till the rope gives way. Yeah. I'm gonna hold on, yeah, till the rope
relaxing sounds of Mr. Joe. Coming up next, we have What's Going On by Mr. Marvin Gaye.
What's up now? Brother, what's up? This is a groovy party, man. Yeah, I can dig it. Solid. Right on. What's your name?
Mother, there's too many of you crying. Brother, there's far too many of you dying. You know we've got to find a way to bring some loving here today. Yeah. Father, we don't need to escalate. You see, war is not the answer, for only love can conquer hate. You know we've got to find a way to bring some loving here today. Oh, picket lines and picket signs. Don't punish me with brutality. Talk to me so you can see. Oh, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Yeah, what's going on? Oh, what's going on? Right now. Right on. Right on. Everybody thinks we're at home. Oh, but who are they to judge us? Simply cause our hair is long. Oh, you know we've got to find. Bring some understanding here today. Picket lines and picket signs. Don't punish me with brutality. Come on, talk to me. You can see what's going on. Yeah, what's going on? Tell me what's going on. I'll tell you what's going on. Right on. Right on. Right on. Right on.
Ladies and gentlemen, and all the lovers around the world, I want to talk about the one I love. I know a lot of times we forget how they take good care of you. But tonight, I just want to express the way I feel. Oh, baby, funny how things have changed in my life now. Whether near or far, I want to be where you are. And you're like a rose that blooms in my garden, innocent and sweet. My love, you are.
Been listening to some Avant and Marvin Gaye, What's Going On. Today's topic was Don't Let the Rain Stop You from Going Out to Vote with a touch of some relaxing music. I know I've given you a lot of information and tried to encourage you to go vote. But it would be hypocritical of me to encourage you to vote and I don't go vote. So as soon as this broadcast ends, which is right now, I'm going to go and cast my vote and do my civic duty. You've been listening to the Smoking Glass Hour with Baron Glass. Thanks for listening in. Don't let the rain stop you from voting with a touch of relaxing music. Have a great day.